Sports Talk production is brought to you in part by Mediterranean Bar and Grill of Taunton. Visit them at medbarandgrill.com. By Soares Pumping. Simply the best at what they do. Visit them at soarespumping.com. By Frank Bedak Law Office. Visit them at bedaklaw.com. And by Physical Therapy U. Visit them at ptuclinic.com.
Good afternoon and welcome to today's varsity game between the visiting Southeastern Hawks and your Bristol Plymouth Craftsmen. Starting lineups for Southeastern. At guard, junior Jasmine Hamilton. At center, senior Itty Gonzalez.
Jay, zoom in on that.
At guard, senior Nia Mendez.
That's good.
Forward, senior Jenny Casimir. And forward, senior Ashley Barry. The head coach for the Hawks is Pam Olson.
All right, now go over to the others. Yep.
Now for Bristol Plymouth, starting at guard, sophomore number 1, Abby Rose. At forward, sophomore number 30, Saria Dyer. Guard, freshman number 4, Megan Faria. At guard, senior number 35, Amaya Marshall. And forward, sophomore number 50, Carissa Dutton. The head coach for Bristol Plymouth is Denise McGrath. Would you all please rise, remove your hats, and face the flag for our national anthem.
Zoom out. Zoom on. Hello, everybody. I'm Dominic Damiano, shortly joined by Gene Exum and, of course, the Sportsmaster Justin Ferrer on the camera. Welcome to our neck off this game here between Southeastern Regional Vocational Technical High School and, of course, Bristol Plymouth. Should be a great game. Again, Gene Exum will join me, and then we'll have a special guest for the 6:30 game, so don't go nowhere. Right after this game, we are going to give you the 6:30 game as the boys take on Southeastern as well. And joining me as he walks his way over
right away.
is Gene Exum. So we'll switch. And now with all that banging going around, we're ready to play some high school basketball.
Yes, we are. And from speaking to the coaches earlier on, this is a pretty even match game because Bristol Plymouth is missing one of their star players.
Exactly.
And I'm wondering, will that affect them tonight?
Well, we're about to find out, that's for sure. And we're underway. And here comes Bristol Plymouth. I just want to make sure I get you squared away. And nothing there. And we're going to have a shot. We're going to have our first travel call. All right, so here we go. Senior Amaya Marshall, she'll be on the inbound. On the inbound, she gets it over to Feast. Inside, no good. Rebound, Southeastern. Now bringing it up, that's Captain Nia Mendez. She tries to get it over. She does. She works that ball over to Barry. Inside, kicked out off the rim, no good. Rebound, Bristol Plymouth on a break. Here comes Farrier. Farrier trying to split two defenders, can't do it. That's broken up as Casimir now. She gets the ball up over to number 10, that's Mendez, all the way over back to Casimir to the other side and dribbling, losing control of the ball for a minute. That was number 14, that was Feast. Now back out to Mendez, and we're going to have a travel on Feast. Stacey Feast will have a change of possession. 7:06 just underway. And if you want to elaborate as the game goes on about the coaches, I know I started with the play-by-play. I apologize for that.
It's okay. But with the coaches on Bristol Plymouth side, head coach.
Oh, you mean Mrs. McGrath? Yeah,
Mrs. McGrath. She really wants to put her bigs to work tonight because she notices that when people do have bigs like a Shea Boolin, they tend to be slow. So don't think that her bigs are slow because they've been working on their feet since freshman year. Even number 50, Carissa Dodden, even though that she's a sophomore now, Coach McGrath has high hopes for her senior year because she's progressing so fast. It's great. She's at the line right now.
Yeah, Dutton. So she misses her first. Again, just underway, just under 7 minutes left. I mean, under 7 minutes in this first quarter, misses the second, so we still have no score. Marshall's going to try to finish. She pauses, kicks it out. Kicks it out to Farrier. Farrier lost the ball. Try to get over to Dyer. Dyer lost her footing. So we'll have a change of possession with 6:23 left in this first quarter.
And for the Southeastern end, they're mostly their offense and defense is based on speed. So hopefully Bristol Plymouth can keep up with them because that's what majority of the time that I was talking to the head coach about, like her game plan and her strategy throughout this whole thing is speed will be the key because getting around bigs and getting around other set point guards or guards is going to be a question on their speed. And running small right now, I just can't wait to like the power play of speed. Like I'm pretty sure she's gonna have a lot of fast breaks tonight.
Yeah, both teams just feeling each other out. Tied at 2. 5:41 left in this first quarter.
But don't worry, something's gonna break soon.
Absolutely.
And the funniest thing I heard from Southeastern was they're not betting anybody out on the Bristol Plymouth side, so they're watching everybody on the court. Not just a select few, or like just one key person.
Should be a great game. Let's see what we have. It looks like we will have Southeastern ball in the Bristol Plymouth end. 5:12 left in the first quarter. Southeastern's a long shot for 2, won't go. Rebound Dutton. That was Casimir, let it go. Now comes Farrier, she brings it up. Canini.
Okay.
And a foul. So it'll be in one, I've got a chop, so Marshall will go to the line. Trying to give Bristol Plymouth an early lead here as we're early in
this first quarter.
Absolutely. This is the first one. Both teams very young.
They are. Majority of them are sophomores, and
So she hits the second. We want to get that one, and she hits the second. Sorry about that.
So.
No, you get right there. And she misses that one. Follow-up rebound. Dyer gets it out to Dutton. Dutton now over to Marshall. Marshall to Ferrier. Ferrier will bring the ball up. 4:37 left in this third quarter. As she works the ball around, let's see what she does. She gets it over number 1. That's Hamilton.
Nice passing.
Nice passing. Nice block.
Nice pickpockets. Come on. Southeastern.
Oh, she lost the ball.
They're using their speed on that one. They didn't hesitate when they got that steal.
You were right. You hit the nail on the head when you talked about the speed of Southeastern. As Mendez gets fouled, so she'll shoot a couple. She will go to the charity stripe. And I'll turn that down a little bit so we don't sound too static. She hits the first. We're tied at 3. And now checking in for Southeastern is number 20, Michaela Middleton. We'll have a timeout. Timeout on the floor. Timeout. Southeastern will step away. You're watching 4 Deep Sports Talk presentation of high school girls basketball. We'll be back with more right after this.
We're back with 4D Sports Talk. You are now watching the Southeastern and Bristol Plymouth game. We are underway in the first quarter, and it's looking pretty. It's like they're feeling each other out now. Like, you know, kind of an rope-a-dope move in the first quarter. Lots of fouls and lots of play calls have been called by the refs.
Absolutely.
Can't wait until something actually breaks out. It's 4-3.
All right, so here comes Ferreira.
Second one.
Ferreira brings it up. Let me turn our headsets up a little bit. Ferreira trying to work it over.
She can.
She gets it over to Hamilton.
I thought she was going to get it in.
That's the second time we tried to see Bristol Plymouth do that.
Southeastern is pickpocketing this game.
Mendez tried to work it inside. And we'll give you that young lady something. We're going to get a jump ball. It'll stay blue ball. That was number 23, Simon, fighting on the floor for the Lady Hawks.
Okay. Back with blue ball.
Inside the Bristol Plymouth end, 3:57. Under 4 minutes, just under 4 minutes left in this first quarter. Shot by Mendez, won't go. Rebound Dutton. Out to Marshall. Marshall, long pass to Ferrier.
That rebound. It was
long three.
Long three.
Won't go. Rebound. Southeastern. Here come the Hawks. The Hawks bring it up.
Go. Southeastern.
Lost the ball as that was Casimir trying to feed Mendez. His Ferry, she can try to split it. Stops.
She is.
For 3.
Open shot.
Marshall won't go. She gets a long rebound.
That's nice.
Ferrier back to Marshall all the way over to Hamilton.
Pass.
Here's the shot. Won't go. Rebound. Bristol Plymouth. Ferrier over to Hamilton. Thinking 3. Won't go. Rebound on the floor. Dyer. We're going to have a jump ball. And that was between Simon and Dyer, so it'll stay Bristol Plymouth ball in the Southeastern end with 3:10 left in the first quarter. And Dutton tries to work it inside, and a nice steal.
Nice. I'm telling you, they're too quick.
Simon, what a nice play, stepping in.
On the ball and on, and she got her own. She got blocked and still didn't want to get denied that play.
Stacy Feast got blocked, and then she recovered by, what a nice play. And now here comes Ferrier. Ferrier over to Hamilton.
Didn't want to get denied that play.
Excuse me, Ross. I'm sorry, Ross. Abby Ross's folks are yelling at me now because I'm calling her somebody else.
She was very persistent with that one, though. I like that last one.
That's Abby Ross, number 1. I apologize for everybody listening. So Abby Ross will inbound the ball with 2:43 left in the first quarter. All the way out to Ferrier. Ferrier thinking 3, works it over to Marshall. Marshall in the left arch. Pivots, stops, gets up to Ferrier. Ferrier thinking about driving baseline. Stops, she's double team, gets over to Dyer. Marshall for 3. Won't go. Rebound him. Hawks' Mendez gets the rebound, and she gets it out to Casimir. Now back to Mendez, bringing it up very fast, just like you said. Works it inside.
The speed.
Give and go. Nice feed.
The speed of this team.
Mendez finishes.
It might be the factor.
8-3 early in this game. Now Ferrier inside to Dyer. Dyer sees Dutton down with a little floater. Can't
back.
finish.
I thought it was an answer back.
Now Mendez bringing it up. Mendez thinking about driving. She sees something in the middle. Gets over to the baseline.
The quickness of this team.
Fish couldn't finish. Now Fish got a little give and go to Casimir.
Let's go. I'm sorry, Southeastern is
Well, if you think about it, Coach McGrath only has 2 subs.
True.
Ross for 3. Rose for 3 won't go. Rebound Southeastern. And Mendez, the point guard, brings up the ball. Over to Casimir. Casimir inside to number 21. That's Middleton. Middleton lost the ball. Recovering the ball. That's Feast. Gets over to Mendez for 2. Won't go. Rebound. Great job by Feast. Gets it back inside to Mendez for a floater that hits. 12-3.
12-3. Yeah.
Under a minute left in the first quarter. Feast works inside the Dutton. Thinking, driving was Marshall. Stops, kicks up the Feast. A little floater. Won't go. Bounces all the way up. There's Mendez. She's going to run.
Oh, it's a fast break.
It's a 2-on-1. If she's going to finish with herself, and she does.
She does. She's seen that basket all the way since she got the steal. She was looking at.
Here's Ross. Ross gets it out to Feast. Ferrier, I'm sorry, so sorry. Ferrier now out to Rose. Rose thinking now to Marshall. I get the names right. I get a quarter. There's a long 3, just off. Rebound.
Ooh,
she gets her own rebound, but she's blocked inside. Dyer's blocked. Recovered by Southeastern on the break. Here comes Mendez. Long 3. Almost hit. Now that's good. That's good. That is good awareness when she can recognize the clock was done. You know, usually here the coach is yelling. So we'll take a break. You're watching 4 Deep Sports Talk presentation of high school girls basketball. We'll be back with more right after this.
And we're back with this kind of lopsided for first quarter with Southeastern and Bristol Plymouth. Here on 4D Sports Talk.
Now don't go away at 6:30. We will at 6:15. We'll come back to the live stream and we will give you Bristol Plymouth boys basketball as they take on Southeastern. So here's your situation. It's 14-3 as we start this second quarter. And on the inbound pass, that will be Jenny Casimir, number 11, and she gets out to Mendez. Run away here in.
I think Coach McGrath told them to step on the gas.
Absolutely. Ooh, look at this drive move by Feast. She stops. Kick to Mendez. Baseline.
Too many open.
I'm going to say it was last touch by White.
Okay. It's okay.
So an inbound pass in the Bristol Plymouth end. That's Middleton. Gets it over to Mendez. Stops. Goes around Ferrier. Little floater for 2. Won't go. Rebound. Bristol Plymouth. And there to pick it up was number 15, Liz Miller. Now Ferrier. Ferrier over to Marshall. Ferrier looking, thinking about getting over to Dyer. Gets it back over to Milton for three. That falls short. Rebound. Oh, and a steal, and then blocked. Oh, a steal, but on the rebound, here comes Southeastern. Feast. Going to try to finish herself with a floater. Won't go too much, too strong. And Dyer gets the ball. Dyer now.
That presence in front of her. That presence in front of her. She couldn't finish off.
Absolutely. Now Ferrier sneaks and drives herself. Her floater won't go. Rebound Southeastern. And we're going to have a foul, a reach. That's going to be on Maya Marshall. And I don't see it on the board, so I just see one. I could have sworn there was more fouls than that. Oh boy, whatever. All right, so here we go. Make sure you go more to your left, Jay. There you go. On the rebound, now there's Mendez. Mendez kicked it over to Middleton. Middleton turns around, hits, won't go. Rebound Dyer for Bristol Plymouth. Now Ferrier bringing it up, trying to get control of the basketball. She brings it up. Looks in the Dyer. Bounce pass. Marshall,
nice
baseline.
Pass.
Won't go. Rebound still was in there, trying to help out with the offensive board. Last touched by Southeastern, just underway in the second quarter. And Marshall will inbound the pass with 6:22 left in the first half. There's Miller. Miller looking over to Ferrier. Ferrier back out to Miller. Liz Miller now. Back out to Ferrier and stepping in front. She did.
She read that.
There's Feast going to try to finish, but she's fouled.
She got the foul, though.
So she'll go to the charity stripe with 6:09 left and a 14-3 Southeastern score. Misses the first. I'd like to welcome everybody watching here on 4 Deep Sports Talk. Here's the second. That's in and out. Rebound, Maya Marshall.
I mean, that possession did not hurt Bristol Plymouth, but they need to get something going. Let's do this, guys.
Absolutely. Ferrier. Maya Marshall hits.
Okay.
For two.
She said put on the gas this half. Coach McGrath is not trying to make them have easy shots anymore.
There's his takeaway.
Nice steals, nice fast break.
Ferrier's going to try to finish. Smartly turns it down. Gets it over to Dyer, won't go. Rebound Marshall. Maya Marshall over to Ferrier. Ferrier driving, floater inside. Back out to Still. She lost the ball. That was actually tipped out of bounds.
It was tipped out of bounds, but I kind of like that possession before it got tipped out of bounds. They kind of had them on their heels, Southeastern. Southeastern was on their heels.
There's Marshall for three. Hits.
Bang.
Their lead is 6 with 5:16 left in the first half.
Is it going to be BP's quarter today?
Casimir trying to get around Miller. Gets it out to Mendez. Mendez back out to Casimir. Casimir for a long three. Won't go. Rebound. Southeastern Feast gets it back out to Mendez. She stops. Now Casimir works in over in the corner of 23. That was Simon. She doesn't get it. That's over to Middleton now. Won't go. On the floor. Loose ball. There's Feast. Fast break. It's a one-on-one. Feast can't finish. And now Mendez looking up. On a floater and hits. Lead is back up to 8.
BP can cut through it.
Miller over to Ferrier. Back out to Miller. Miller going to Dyer. Dyer stops, works out to the top of the key. Ferrier's going to try to drive a little floater by her up the glass, but she's fouled. So Ferrier will go to the charity stripe and try to make this a 6-point game.
She's pretty quick on her feet. She kind of always has this defender on her heels when she cuts into the basket.
That was on Middleton. Her first team third. Middleton checks out, and checking in for Southeastern is number 31, Nadu. Skylar Nadu sticks in.
And
we have another girl checking out.
And we have Carissa Dutton stepping back in as well.
Dunn's back. Oh, Dutton, yeah.
Dutton's back in.
So Dutton took her break. Now she's back in. All right, now Mendez. Mendez out to Feast. Feast, Casimir thinking about popping one. She's got it by that. Floater inside pass to Mendez. Won't go. Rebound. Still over to Marshall. Marshall smartly stops.
Yeah, she did.
And there's a look for three.
She has her eye on
Won't
the three.
go. Rebound. Dutton tries to finish. Can't do it. Rebound. Mendez coming up. Look at her speed. Flying down. It's a 2-on-2. Little pop floater from the baseline. Won't go. Rebound.
Mendez
Feast.
has to be the fastest one out on the court.
Casimir for three. Won't go. And that'll go out of bounds. So we will have a change of possession with 3:26 and a 16-9. 16-9.
Oh, excuse me. I didn't have that last one.
That's all right. Remember, we do it all here at 4 Deep Sports Talk. We have a crew of 3, not 21 like in some crews. Faria, baseline still, thinking about driving, little floater, and hits!
Oh, nice. Okay. Bristol Plymouth looked like...
All right, so we got to go like this. So
Backspace.
there you go.
Okay.
Now in a break, takeaway. Faria pops. Won't go. Rebound Southeastern. In comes Feast, bringing it up.
Southeastern,
Long pass.
One more pass. Oh,
And they're going to get her for traveling the pivot foot.
I seen it from over here.
And
I didn't want to see it.
Simon will get the change of possession. She had a good one. Now checking in back for Southeastern is, and I got to get that girl's number. I think it is. No, I got 31. No, number 12. I'm sorry. That's Powell checking in. There's Dutton with a little floater. Won't go. Rebound Southeastern. And there's Feast bringing up Feast. Casimir to Mendez. Bringing it up fast. Trying to drive baseline. Floater won't go. Rebound Dyer for Bristol Plymouth. And in comes Marshall. Faria over to Dyer. Dyer thinking about Dutton. Nobody's moving. Could have 3 seconds. Gets it out to Faria. Now back out to Dutton. She goes to right. Bounce pass to Marshall. Marshall thinking about going around. Feast over to Faria. Baseline. Stops her on Mendez. Mendez rips the ball out of her hands. And there's a turnover. It's a 2-on-1. Feast. Lost the ball. Mendez recovers. There's a floater. She can't finish.
Beautiful. She really
Too fast. Long pass.
Okay.
Intercepted.
I mean,
Casimir. Yeah, Casimir was a great job. Now Mendez.
She read that.
2.
Mendez has the touch.
She's a player.
She has a touch.
The lead is 7 with 1:28 left. Faria.
And for listeners,
and viewers.
And viewers, BP is kind of on like their 3-game losing streak, and hopefully they snap that tonight.
And Dyer hits a 2. Dyer for South.
That's good.
Yep, Dyer just hit a 2. So it's 18-13. There's Casimir. In and out, Casimir had it. Long pass, Faria. Covered by Mendez. She smartly goes around away from Mendez. 50 seconds left. Marshall going to drive. Her floater off the glass. Won't go. Dutton with the follow through. Oh, that won't go. Rebound Southeastern.
BP has some life in him.
A floater by Feast. Won't go. Rebound Mendez. 27 seconds. There's 2 seconds between her. The game clock and the shot clock won't go. Rebound Mendez again. Feast from won't go. Mendez with a floater. It won't go.
The rim doesn't want her to score anymore. What's going on?
Yeah.
But that was a nice shot though from Mendez.
Oh, won't go, and that's it.
That's it.
So at the half.
production is brought to you in part by Mediterranean Bar and Grill of Taunton. Visit them at medbarandgrill.com. By Soares Pumping, simply the best at what they do. Visit them at soarespumping.com. By Frank Bedak Law Office. Visit them at bedaklaw.com. And by Physical Therapy U. Visit them at ptuclinic.com.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back. Dominic Damiano and Gene Eggs, and of course, the Sportsmaster, Justin Ferreira. We are getting ready to start the third quarter, with your score starting in this third quarter. Southeastern 18, Bristol Plymouth 13. We're about 40 seconds away. We'd like to welcome everybody watching the live feed. Now, after this game, we're going to take a quick break, and we will bring you the boys' game as they'll take on Southeastern as well. You want to make sure you get the right one highlighted, right? So real fast, I'm going to bring, before we put the ball in play, I'm going to bring Gene Exum into the conversation and get his quick 13-second thoughts before we put the ball back in play.
Okay.
What do you think about that first half?
Well, my thoughts were Southeastern really did come with the speed today. So Coach wasn't wrong when she said the speed was going to be a factor. And with Bristol Plymouth as well, they came in with their bigs really late into the second quarter. So this is really anybody's game.
All right, so here we go.
Right.
And there we go, just like that. Let's see if they heard you. And just like that, we'll have a foul, and that will be number 44, Mackenzie Still, the sophomore. She'll go to the line and shoot a couple. The lead is 5. Here's her first shot, hits the first.
But they are shooting above 500 this year.
Yep.
In basketball, so BP is really doing good with their field goal percentage.
And she misses the other one out of bounds. Last touch by Bristol Plymouth. So we'll have an inbound pass just underway. The lead is 4 for the Lady Hawks.
I mean, they did start from 3, and they cut into this lead pretty well.
Now around they go. That was there's a quick shot. Rebound, Dutton. Oh, Dyer wasn't expecting the ball.
They were.
In comes Farrier. Farrier going to drive to the left.
It's kind of like she said, was I open or? Just kidding.
Her being a power forward, she was not expecting that ball in transition right off a rebound, but she'll throw it in. Nice play by Mendez on the tip. That girl's fast.
I'm telling you.
Marshall over to Farrier. Farrier now trying to drive, uses speed. There's a floater.
Nice floater.
Won't go. Rebound Mendez for Southeast, and watch this girl run. She might take it by herself, lost the ball, regained it. And they're going to say that she lost control of the ball. There's no foul.
No foul on that one.
Oh, they're going to say last touched by, I believe, Bristol Plymouth. Either Dyer or Marshall on that. So on the inbound, that will be Casimir. Casimir feeds off the feast. A floor blocked by Dutton. There's a break. Ferrier over to Marshall. Okay. She can finish.
She can?
Off the glass.
Yes, she did.
And the lead is 2.
And she did.
All right.
I like that possession.
Absolutely. It's Mendez. Feeds
and it all started with their bigs, you see? The bigs blocking the ball underneath. It led to the easy break.
Little miscommunication offensively for Southeast, and Hamilton tried to finish, lost control of the ball. So we'll have a change of possession, just under 7 minutes left in this third quarter. Now we're going to take a break, get off the stream, and come back to you for the boys' game. There's a break. Casimir steps in. She's going to try to finish, and Marshall, what a hustle!
She was not having it.
By Maya Marshall.
Not having it. She did not want that to be an easy fast break. Like a hawk to that ball.
There's a floater, won't go. Rebound Southeastern blocked by Mendez. That girl's everywhere.
She is, yeah.
All
She is.
5-1 of her.
She is.
Hamilton, Casimir recovers, throws one up, won't go. Rebound. Dyer.
Oh,
for Bristol
open.
Plymouth. There's a long
That's
pass.
a long pass.
Over to Still for
Yes.
2.
That was a saucy play. That was a saucy play right there. I like that. Nice vision of the whole court.
Here we're tied at 18. Under 6 minutes left. Mendez with a floater, won't go. Rebound, Dyer.
And like that, I like that. The game's neck and neck. 18 up.
Marshall over to Dyer. Gets it over to Still. Still at the baseline driving. Her floater, that's blocked. Dutton there with the rebound offensively. She plays it up the glass, won't go. That's blocked. Casimir recovers for Southeastern. Gets it over to Mendez, almost lost the ball. She runs into Ferrier, no foul. And a little shake and bake as Mendez.
Really quick, I'm telling you.
What a nice feed inside. I think that was Hamilton. It was Hamilton she fed baseline. And here comes Ferrier. No one on her for a minute. She almost drove the lane herself. Dutton using the hike as an out baseline. Still give and go inside the Dyer off the glass. Won't go. Back and forth. And Casimir with a nice defensive rebound. Now Mendez stops, goes baseline, Hamilton, Casimir. Casimir sees a floater, takes it, won't go. Rebound.
Ooh.
They're going to say last touch by number 5, Gonzalez. And we'll have a change of possession. So Gonzalez will come out, and checking back in is Simon.
A lively stand now.
I know that, father. It's Ferrier. Ferrier over to Marshall. Marshall tries to work it across. Little miscommunication.
Ooh.
And we're going to have
Scrapping for the
jump ball.
Jump ball. Scrapping for the ball.
It will be Southeastern ball. Change of possession arrow. Now they need to get new batteries for that possession arrow. That thing is not working. 4:36 tied at 18 as Mendez, the point guard, brings it up for the Lady Hawks. Hamilton from Mendez. Tries to take a shot. Blocked by Still. And another jump ball and another change of possession. All I know, there's also a pizza waiting for us soon.
Okay. They got it down low.
Now Dyer won't go. Rebound. Dutton follows and lays it up.
20. Like that. Like that. The Trailers are now the leaders.
Now on the floor. There's Casimir for 2. Won't go. Rebound. Dutton gets up the Ferry. Got it by Mendez. She sees Still. Still slows down baseline. Slips inside. Casimir steps in front of that. Now Casimir. Feeds it inside. Off the glass and in. And we're tied at 20.
Tied at 20. Southeastern's not losing this as well.
Great job by the Lady Hawks. Tied at 20, 3:25 left. Ferrier over to Marshall. Back over to Ferrier inside the Still baseline. She's got it by, I think that was Simon. There's Marshall with a little shot. That won't go. Rebound. And we're going to have a foul on the floor. That is going to be on number 30, that's, of course, Sarah Dyer for Bristol Plymouth. Her first, team first, tied at 20, approaching the 3-minute mark left in the third quarter.
Mendez bringing it down.
Yeah, Mendez. And there's a long shot, but Mendez 3 won't go. Rebound, Still. Up to Ferrier. Cuts across, lost
like
the ball.
A different pace BP this half.
Ferrier for 3, won't go. Rebound. Bristol Plymouth that still tries to follow, and they're going to say it was last touched by a girl from Southeastern, so Dyer will inbound the ball. 2:39 left, tied at 20. There's a baseline shot, won't go. Rebound. Southeastern
taking it down.
There's Feast, follow up the glass, it won't go. Rebound, floater won't go. on the floor.
Too hard.
Mendez
She
now.
had it though.
Floater hits.
Mendez came back to save that possession.
22-20.
But nice break off for Southeastern.
Marshall
Really pushed the court.
works it inside to Dyer. Lost the ball. Still recovers. Can't finish. Dutton's in there. Rebound. Casimir for Southeastern. Oop.
They wanted that rebound.
She did. She's been very good defensive. Run the boards off the rim. Won't go. Rebound Dyer. Sarah Dyer gets it up to Ferrier. Ferrier now. Megan Ferrier. Driving, kicks it up to Dyer. Dyer all the way across to Marshall. Marshall almost lost the ball. Tries to get over to Dutton. She does. Over to Dyer. Baseline. Ferrier steps back.
Nice
shoots.
feet work.
Won't go.
She almost was out.
Rebound. Simon now up to Mendez. Mendez in tradition. She got one person to beat. Blocked by Marshall. But they think they might have lost the ball.
It's Northeastern ball.
Liz Miller checks in. Another tall girl for Bristol Plymouth. And Dyer will take a seat. Sarah Dyer will sit down. That's the only change. Two other girls checking in momentarily for Southeastern. Gonzalez. And it looks like Powell. Shot won't go. Rebound Bristol Plymouth. Miller there. Fresh legs for South Bristol Plymouth. Now Farrick trying to go around Mendez. Using a moving pick. Floats it up the glass. Won't go. Rebound still. Tries to go up. She's ball taken out of her hand. And this.
Oh, ball taken out of her hand.
Steals the ball.
BP's a little scrappy
And they're
today.
going to get her
Ferrier's
for travel.
a little scrap. Oh, come on, ref. That was a scrappy play, ref.
Yeah, most of they.
That was a scrappy play, ref.
All right, so now the two inbounds is Gonzalez. Cameron Gonzalez in now. There's Gonzalez there. Over to Feast. Feast works in, trying to get some fresh bodies. They move it on. Powell now in the game. Mendez trying to drive, lost the ball. Oh, on a steal by Still.
Mendez is fearless.
But it's stolen by Still. To Marshall. Off the glass. Oh, it won't finish.
Mendez is fearless, man.
Nice try. Good possession, a steal off of Mendez, which isn't hard to do in transition. And here we go. Here's the first shot, won't go. Marshall told me before the third quarter. Hits the second. The lead is 22-21. With 37 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Now Fest, over to Mendez. Mendez sees a lane, gets over Fest. She's driving baseline. Lost the ball, stolen by Marshall. Marshall leading Ferry. She's going to try to finish. Stops, pops, thinking about going Gonzalez all the way up to Marshall now. Ferrier driving baseline, stops, looks. Over to Still. She's going to try to move it in. She's double teamed. Dutton with the floater. Go. Still gets the rebound. Kicks up, but that's blocked. And that's how the third quarter will end. With your score, Southeastern 22, Bristol Plymouth 21. We'll step away right after this. Hi, everybody, welcome back. Gene Exum, Justin Furr, I'm Dominic Damiano, and the rest of the Four Deep Sports Talk crew as we give you this game on Friday night. Actually, a doubleheader tonight between girls basketball, Southeastern and Bristol Plymouth. Then the boys will take on, of course, Southeastern. So on the inbound pass, right in front of us, it will be number 12. Powell, she'll inbound the ball. She gets up to Mendez here. The lead is 1 for Southeastern. Now in is Rose. There's this long shot for Gonzalez.
Oh,
It hits.
she's not having it.
All net. All net. The lead is 3. 24-21, just underway in the fourth quarter.
Not having it.
Dutton's going to draw, use her height on a floater, and it hits.
Okay.
The lead is 1 again.
She wanted it. That's what she wanted.
24-23. Inbound pass. Gonzalez lost the ball.
I like big power plays like that.
Push.
You're not going to give Dutton the basket. She took it. Just like that. That was a nice play.
Inbound pass. Powell inbound the ball for the Lady Hawks in the Bristol Plymouth end. Fresh 30-second clock. Inbound, that was Nadu. Nadu, baseline won't go. I'm going to say they lost the ball. I believe that was 12 battling there too, Powell, from our angle. So we'll have a change of possession as the clock winds down.
How neck and neck this game is.
Inside, Dutton tried to feed Marshall a little bit too far ahead of him.
Mendez.
She's going to try to finish, go around Marshall up the glass.
Fearless.
Nope, on the floor, loose ball on the floor. Nadu throws it up, won't go. Dutton finally grabs it. Marshall taking her time, pacing herself. Under 7 minutes left to play in the game. They're down by 1. Marshall for 3. Won't go. Rebound Dutton. She's going to try to
line that one up.
She did. Now Mendez using the speed, goes around Rose, feeds it to Gonzalez, won't go.
Nice
She has the ball
Mendez.
on the floor, and we're going to have a travel. I'd like to welcome everybody watching on Facebook Live. And we have a doubleheader for you folks. We'll be back with this 6:30 game in an interview with Coach John Paris. Marshall tries to get inside. The Dyer lost the ball, went right through her hands.
Quick hands, and I'm pretty sure that was Mendez that kind of slapped that out of the way.
Ball thrown up, lost the ball. Liz Miller there for the Lady Craftsman. And in comes Marshall, top of the key. Marshall moving over to Miller. Miller thinking 3. Stepping in
they
front
saw
of that. They did.
That team saw that.
Oh, nice play by Rose as she steps up and picks the ball up because Mendez was going to take off again.
This is a really scrappy game. They're not letting each other have anything.
Dutton feeds Miller. Miller too hard. Dyer tries to finish too hard. Dutton tries to finish too hard. Back and forth on the floor. Dyer goes down. She could have got elbowed.
Could have.
And
Mendez, she got up real slow.
She did. Mendez tries to feed Gonzalez inside, but we have a foul. With 5:20 left and a 1-point lead for the Lady Hawks, 24-23.
She's one of 2.
Hits them both.
Both puts them up by 3.
And Marshall comes. Here comes Marshall. Timeout. Bristol Plymouth. 5:16 left. The lead is 3. 26-23 Southeastern. We'll be back with more right after this. for 6:30. Miller over to Dutton. That's blocked. Saved by Miller. There's Marshall for 3. Oh, and she fouled. She's going to take 3 shots.
3. That's oh. That's kind of a stinger because she can tie up the game right now.
Yes, she can.
Late into the 4th. That's.
It's still early. Still a lot of game left. But it would be nice to help her team out. I know she wants to.
Come on, you got this. She hit none on those attempts.
Here comes Mendez. Mendez Gonzalez giving go. Step in front of that, and Rose and Hamilton tries to save it, but she falls short. So still we'll check in for Miller. With 4:55 left in the game and a 3-point Southeastern lead. There's a clean look, won't go. Rebound Dutton. Dutton to Marshall. See if she tries to run it herself. She slows down. Tries to go around Mendez. She stops. Mendez slows her down over to Still. Still drives. Floater off the glass, won't go. Dutton steps in for the offensive board. Almost a kick ball. Dutton out to Marshall. Works it back into Dutton. Back out to Rose. Rose from the other baseline. That won't go. Dutton with the rebound. And she's fouled.
Dutton is the rebound. She owns the paint today. She owns the paint in this game.
So Dutton will shoot a couple with 4:30 left. Here's her first. Hits the first.
Big shot. Truly chew into this.
Here's her second. Misses a second. We have a violation.
Oh, it's a Southeastern ball.
So the shot doesn't count. Violation. Someone went inside.
Somebody moved. Somebody moved in the neutral zone.
Absolutely. And as Mendez brings it up for the Lady Hawks. Trying to add to their lead. Gets it over. Of course, Mendez. Powell. On the floor, Marshall.
Scrappy game.
What a great job by Marshall.
It's like they want to own both teams want to own every possession.
Marshall, Dutton, over the corner. Rose. Marshall sees three. Hits.
Lines it. That was
27-26.
27.
Now Gonzalez, she has something from the corner. That goes.
And they answer right back with their own.
28-27.
Don't count Southeastern out.
There's a baseline shot, rebound, Dyer tried to save it. And we'll have a change of possession. 3:37 left in the game.
And those were some hot possessions that they just had.
Long three, Gonzalez in and out, won't go. Rebound, Dutton, loose ball. Never.
Southeastern scrapped for that.
Trying really hard was Kyra Simmons. She tried her best to get that ball.
Get that rebound.
Yeah, it ended up being a jump ball. So here comes Bristol Plymouth. Down by 1, 28-27, 3:19 left.
Okay.
Up shot by shot block. Dutton works in, won't go. They're going to say on that Simon checked out. Rose checks out. And in comes Ferrier. She checks in on the break. Inside still. Yes, off the glass for 2.
29. Again, another lead change.
29-28. Long three, Mendez won't go. Rebound, Mendez for Southeastern.
She was trying to go for the kill shot on that one.
Yes, she is.
She was.
there's a shot on the baseline, won't go.
She didn't want him to come back on that one.
On a long break, here comes Bristol Plymouth. Ferrier all the way over to Marshall. Marshall driving her floater off the glass, won't go. Rebound, Southeastern. On a long break. Here comes Gonzalez trying to go on Dyer. She pivots. Oh,
nice play by Dutton. That was like a Matumbo. No.
Yeah, that's all you
No,
missing
no,
was-
no.
was the no, no, no. That would have been a little bit too much, though. On the inbound inside, trying to get the ball up.
Okay.
Middleton, we're going to have a change of possession. It will stay Southeastern
ball. But BP's really
inside, trying to work inside. That's Powell. Tries to kick it back in the paint, won't go. Rebound. And losing the ball. They're going to say she
look at
stepped
all
on
the white
line.
shirts around her, though.
Simon was taking 3-on-1.
She
all
was
by
in
herself.
a sea of white.
She was.
She
Approaching the 2-minute mark left in the game. Faria now gets to the baseline. Marshall
She's killing them dead. That's the kill shot.
32-28.
Oh, putting them really in the driver's seat.
Gonzalez works it down low. Now back out to Gonzalez. Baseline hits for 2. Timeout, Bristol Plymouth. The lead is 2. Bristol Plymouth 32, Southeastern 30. 1:43 left in the game. We'll be back with more right after this.
Talk. This is Gene Zoom with Dominic Damiano with our doubleheader between one of our doubleheaders between Southeastern and Bristol, the ladies girls basketball team, and with the possession right now is BP.
All right, so here we go as Faria brings it up. Faria now works inside the still off low, won't go in and out. Rebound, Southeast, and here comes Mendez. A girl can run. Trying to go the distance. Floater and hits. We're tied at 32 with 1:20 left in the game and running. Dyer now. Dyer up the Faria looking for a clean shot. Thinking about going on Gonzalez. Marshall now. Marshall kicks it back up the Faria, top of the key. There's a long 2, won't go. And trying to finish it. Dyer under the hoop. 34-32.
Grabbing off the board.
34-32. Mendez. Casimir now back out to Mendez. Gonzalez, that ball's tipped. She almost lost the ball, recovers the ball. Gets it back up to Marshall. Mendez, sorry. Casimir, long 2. Won't go. Rebound. Dyer for Bristol Plymouth. Sarah Dyer, 30 seconds left.
30 seconds left.
There is 4 seconds between the game clock and the shot clock. All the way out to Faria. They can take their time. We're going to have a reach. On number 14, Stacy Fest, with 20 seconds left. And the shot clock will be off. So this is it. There's Dutton. She's going to try to line up for 2. Won't go. They're going to say it went off Mendez last. Sorry. It'll be Bristol Plymouth ball in the Southeastern end with a 2-point lead. 34-33. And we're going to have another foul. That's going to be on number 11, Casimir. It will be, that can't be their 11th foul. There's no way. You gotta love the timekeeper. He's trying his best. Should be her first team.
I like the story. I'm trying to keep up with him as well. It's like
hits the first 35.
Sometimes
33.
me and him are not matching up, so I'm like double checking. 35.
Yep. 35-33.
Okay.
There's no way they're in the double bonus already. Rebound. Dyer turns around for 2, won't go. Dutton tries to finish. She follows again. Loose ball on the floor. Ferrier, all they can do is hold the ball.
Gotta hold the ball. That's good.
And we're gonna call on a reach.
Down.
With 2 seconds
Mixed
left.
words, some mixed feelings there.
So they're gonna say she's in the bonus. And Maya Marshall will shoot a couple, and the single bonus hits the first 36.
Now, if they hit a 3, they get to overtime. If they miss that,
2 seconds left.
I'm praying for the overtime, people.
Hits the second.
Oh,
It's
see?
all, it ain't
If they hit
happening
a
now.
4-point shot.
I want to see that 4-point shot. Mendez. So she won't get it off.
Mendez. So nice game.
So there's your final with your score. Bristol Plymouth 36, Southeastern 33. We're going to step away. You've been watching. We hope you enjoy this game of Bristol Plymouth girls basketball. We will be back with the boys game right after this. We will catch you on the other side at 6:15 pregame.